President Johnson, Vice President Pendergast, Dean Ferguson, faculty, staff, friends, family, graduates of spring 2014. It is an honor to be speaking here today on such a special occasion. But first, let me take a selfie. Don't worry, I'll post that on Instagram later. Hashtag peace out Methodist, hashtag bittersweet, hashtag blessed. I have to admit, I might have written this speech the night before. But I thought it'd be okay since this speech is not 30% of my grade. We all started out nursing school with the ambition of changing the world one patient at a time. Instead, we were thrown into courses like Personal Development 101 and Nursing 100. We thought we'd be learning how to save lives, but instead we took way too many exams on Florence Nightingale. It didn't take long to finish these introductory nursing courses, and before we knew it, we were in our first clinicals. We jumped right in and began to learn all about the proper way to make beds with miter corners. But for some reason, I felt like I was not in nursing school, but felt like I was at orientation for my first day at the Holiday Inn. It wasn't all bed making though. One of the first things we learned was how to talk to patients therapeutically. It sounded so sophisticated and technical, but in reality, all we learned was that therapeutic communication is just repeating what the patient just said. Here's an example. A patient is moaning and groaning over the severe amount of pain he is in. He's in so much pain he can barely talk to you, and he's sweating profusely. So, my therapeutic response is, "You seem to be in pain." I then go on and after asking to rank his pain 0 to 10, 10 being the worst. Tell me where it is, describe it, and ask him if it's radiating. Finally, I test everyone on the floor and their mom, just so I can give them some Tylenol. We have learned so much from clinicals we have completed, or at least I think we have. In mental health, we learn not to shake the client's hand. Thanks, Dr. Lincoln. In OB, I was completely taken out of my comfort zone, especially when the first day of clinical involved a learning activity called cervix in a box. But I quickly got over it and learned all about massaging the fundus and turning the patient to the left side. In med-surg, I learned more than I could handle, but mainly I knew my ABCs and to get these kids moving. In community, I learned that a windshield survey is not putting surveys on people's car windshields. And in internship, I learned that I cannot wait to actually get paid to do the work that I'm doing. We wouldn't be here today without the support of our amazing instructors. Each one of you invested so much time and effort so that we would become the best nurses that we could be. Despite the mind-blowing day of class that you told us that all the answers were correct, and we had to pick the one that was most correct, and even though it seemed like Scantrons took you 5 years to grade, we love you, and you're the reason we're here today. It took a lot of hard work and perseverance to make it to this day, but we did it. Despite every semester that we doubted our choice of coming to nursing school, we pushed on together. We even studied so hard we would wake up reciting lab values and side effects. And exam days were not pretty. You knew it was an exam day when we all came down with dumping syndrome and tachycardia. And we were all wishing we had some extra benzodiazepines to help us calm down. I always hear people saying, wow, those 4 years of college really flew by. Well, I don't know if any of those people were nursing majors. Each semester in nursing school was a huge challenge, and at the end of each semester, we celebrated as if we had just finished a marathon. Nursing school is such a unique experience that I think only other nurses can understand. While normal college students are out and about reminiscing about pledging to their fraternity, studying abroad, or playing frisbee on the campus quad, we reminisce about smelling C. diff for the first time, starting our first IVs, or that one time in clinical that the patient peed on. This past semester has truly been surreal. Taking our very last undergraduate exams, applying for big kid jobs, and making plans for graduation. I knew we were getting serious about applying for jobs when Facebook names slowly started changing. Curtis Don, Robin at Loxley, Bree Lene. I was so confused and I didn't know who anyone was anymore, so I changed my name too. Friends and family, you have been with us through thick and thin, and we would definitely not be here without you. You were there for us after those rough days at the hospital. You listened to us complain about almost everything. You helped us study, you brought us Starbucks, and you even tolerated our disgusting dinner table stories. I couldn't put together a weirder group of people to go to nursing school with, and I wouldn't want it any other way. We truly have gone through everything together. We've seen each other on our best days and our worst days, and we love each other regardless. Congratulations, class of 2014. We're here.